The Jesus Revolution is a movie that came out in theaters. I actually meant to review this sooner, and the reason I'm reviewing it on my second channel is I do want to boost up my second channel reviews of more current movies that I just don't think if I reviewed on my main channel would do very well. And I'm late to reviewing this because I had a ticket for an early screening of this movie, and I ended up not being able to go. 2 weeks, well, like, not 2 weeks later, a week later, I ended up going. And I didn't like this movie. I didn't really go into this movie expecting to like it. And some might say, why'd you watch it? First of all, I work at a movie theater, so I try to watch everything. And then I thought the concept of this movie from the trailer was just really bizarre, which is that Christians are baptizing hippies. And I also wanted to see what kind of political commentary they would work into this movie. And what I mean by that is when in the trailer they were showing like, oh, our country's a dark, divided place, and these people are finding hope, finding love, things like that. And I'm like, okay, so you're gonna dive into the fact that that's something going on in our society with Christianity still? And the answer to that is no. This is a very hypocritical movie, and what I mean by that is it has a great message about not judging people that you don't understand and you want to understand, or before you understand them, their point of view, where they come from, what their life is. You know, because you have characters in this movie who are devout Christians and they have to learn and change their point of view in this movie because of the younger generation's point of view in this movie. And that's really like a great message, right? The problem is this is a movie meant to pander to Christians. And this is going to be an odd video because I'm not the target demographic of this movie. I'm not a Christian. I do have some faith-based beliefs, but I don't consider myself a part of religion. I don't read the Bible, scriptures, none of that crap, right? And I come from a place where I was in part of a religion, realized there was a lot of issues going on that just were not great. And I realized the flaws of religion came out of that, turned my life around and changed, right? And so, like, movies like this that are all about pandering to Christians, when I know the ugliness of Christians, because I was involved in it, right? I know the truth. And what I mean by that is, like, when you got a whole movie about characters being like, yeah, we should not judge others. We should not judge people we before we understand them. And then all these Christians are going to probably watch this movie. They're probably going to enjoy it. But really, most Christians hate gay people. They hate trans people. They hate all these people that they don't understand. And yet they're willing to watch a movie that tells them that that's not okay to do. That it's not okay for you to hate people you don't understand. And that's where I'm at with this movie, where on the one hand I agree with the message, but it's a message that its target audience will not ever understand. And maybe the filmmakers themselves don't even understand it. Or maybe the actors don't even understand it. I don't know, I don't know if these actors and actresses actually believe this stuff that they in this movie. I don't know. And so it's just interesting. I'm not here, and I don't know, a lot of these actors and filmmakers' political beliefs or whatever. All I'm saying here is, when it comes to the message of this movie, it's not one that I've seen. And it's not even just so much that most of them hate gay and trans people and stuff. It's that if you ever been in a church, they're just some of the most judgmental environments you'll ever be in. You got people who are very involved in their own cliques. They act welcoming, but once they've fulfilled their duty of being welcoming, they don't really welcome you. They're also, once they really understand you and know you, they kind of don't like you that much. And so, like, it's interesting. And so I think some people are probably gonna watch this review and just really disagree with stuff I say, which is fine, I guess. But for me, this is a movie that I can't ever enjoy because I know that this message, while it's good, while it's probably good intention from the filmmakers and actors, there's still a level I'm watching this going, do most Christians believe this? Because I think they pretend to do. They come out and they say, we love everybody, Jesus loves everybody. But if you're gay, not in my church, not in my house. If you're trans, not in my church, not my house. They're still protesting and causing a lot of problems. Even states that they list in this movie that were changing with this movement, like Florida, like the South, are some of the biggest states in the world right now, causing the most problems in this country. When they talk about this country being divided, who's dividing it? A lot of times it's religion. Religion that's trying to get its way into the government to control people. That's really what most Republican ideologies is now. And, so when I watch this movie, when I sit down and I watch this movie and go, it's weird that so many people will enjoy this message that they clearly don't believe. And I think that's just an interesting viewpoint I had while watching this. And I wonder how many other people are going to have it. I don't think most people will. Because most people watch this are Christian. And being Christian means that you don't change much, really, or develop. It sounds like I really hate Christians. I really don't. I just come from a place where I was burned by that. I used to have very, let's say, not great beliefs, and I'll probably make a video on this someday. But those not great beliefs affected how I treated people and who I was, and I'm happier now that I've left that and denounced those dangerous, horrible ideals that have destroyed my damn life. Were making me very unhappy back in the day. So, and I'm not saying being a Christian's dangerous. I think there are good people. There's good aspects to religion. I just don't personally subscribe to any of that. And I do want to say, like, we can be friends in religion. Just like, I really hate the Republican Party. Like, I just do. If you're a Republican, I can probably be friends with you. We can have debates. We can have conversations. But I ain't ever going to support what you do or what you say. That's just me.